Hola, hola. How's everybody feeling out there on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday fun days? Good man, please. Hope you slap a bitch. All right, here we go. Whew. Just had my grand rising. And yeah, I'm still getting up myself. Pretty late night last night, but it was exciting last night. I was watching a video from Chosen 144, and his reading was phenomenal. His reading was basically for the collective, which is all of us. And based off the reading he did last night, or early this morning, or early this AM, whatever, it's Grand Rising. Basically, he's saying there's a new earth, that we are ushering in a new earth right now, based off of all of our hard work to change the frequency of this planet. We have officially done it. It seems like when I broke the curse, my family generational curse, on Easter Sunday, I felt the same reset frequency in the air. It just felt like the vibration in the air was just a lot lighter, a lot happier, and it was like a new beginning. And last night was confirmed by Chosen 144. Go on my Facebook page if you're not following that individual. He's from Australia, I believe. Him and his wife are very on point. They're about the Genosha mission, about saving the world, raising the frequencies, all about truth, transparency, accountability, humility, no more lies, no more bullshit, no more Illuminati manipulating with us or our frequencies, all that shit. We are good. This is a new beginning, and I'm so proud. I'm stepping through that door. I'm anointed. I am doing God's work. I was just watching a video right before I started this one to motivate me to continue doing God's work, because God reminded me there's doors that shut, and when they're shut forever, permanently. So you better answer your calling in life. And that's why I'm so persistent in letting people know that I love, and people I don't know, to figure out who you are and get close with God, because God has special missions and purposes for us all. And if you don't answer the call of her, you may miss out on an opportunity forever. Generational wealth, all of that. You may miss it out. You may miss out on it if you just happen to sit on your hands, or if you're too comfortable or too scared to move. And I made my mind up a while ago. I'm not going to keep on sitting on my hands, because I know that result. I know that reality. And I'm not going backwards to a place I prayed myself out of. I'm not letting me or anyone else I know do that. I'm staying strong and consistent. So this is not going to be a long download. I just wanted everybody to know that we did the damn thing collective. And you should give yourself a round of applause. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm just getting up now. I'm getting my energy right, but I'm super ecstatic. I felt like this a few days ago, so like I feel like I've already been celebrating, but just to have it confirmed by one of our collective, it means the world. So I want everybody to give themselves a round of applause, because we ushered in a new world, a new frequency. 432 hertz, the natural vibration of this planet, Tiamat, Mother. Yeah. I was just watching a video, I think early this AM, or whatever, however you want to phrase it. And there was this woman, she looked Indian, but I'm not sure. I mean, we're all, you know what we are. But she was talking about, if you have a first love in your life, you should take her out to the wilderness and see how she treats Mother. And I was like, oh my God, that's so on point. See how she treats Mother Nature. Does she observe everything? Does she appreciate every living thing in the forest, or does she just only appreciate the pretty things? You know, it's kind of like, I forgot what that one movie was called back in the day. It was like a gangster movie with Robert De Niro in it, and the character was Sonny. And basically, one of the gangsters told Sonny, if you ever take a woman out on a date and you open her car door for her, and then you let her in, as a gentleman is supposed to do, and if she doesn't unlock your door to let you in, then cut her off that same moment. Don't even continue to Don't even continue the date, because she showed you right there that she only cares about self. She doesn't care about you. So it's little things like that you want to find out and test in life to make sure that person is right for you. Like when I cut off all those people yesterday and been cutting off day by day, I realized I was disrespecting myself. I was looking for a woman that wasn't giving me the same reciprocalness that I was constantly giving them. Like sometimes I'm such a loving person. I find myself at times giving people love that don't even deserve it. Disrespect me, threaten my life, all types of crazy shit. I pray to God, I transmute the energy, and then I find my heart getting resetted again, and I'm on the loving frequency again. I really can't hold or harbor hate for that long in my body, my vessel, because it's poisonous. It literally is. I'm allowing poison and other energies to fill in my vessel and let it control my day. And I'll be damned. I came way too far to let anybody or anything control my day, my emotions. It's just not going to happen. Feds hit Big U with 20,000 wiretaps and 60 gigabytes or something. Oh man, the world. Hold on. Open up this window up. There we go. More rain drizzles. Yeah. I'm glad I did my grinding early, even though it's raining. It's good to do your grinding as well. Ooh, that feels good out there. Nice fresh air. So don't mind if the nipples get a little perky because I know you love it. Just joking. Or am I? So, yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Test. Thank you, Spirit Team. Yeah, the test to see if that true love is for you or not, because the people I've been cutting off, they're not reciprocal, so I was just disrespecting myself, expecting one thing. I was like, damn, man. I think I called Shorty last night just to see how she's doing. I haven't heard back yet. Some of the people that ain't bad. I see the nipples getting long. Yeah, you can tell. All right, here we go. Sit down. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So I wanted to reiterate, if you're a chosen one and you're doing God's work, you must answer the call at all times. Even when you feel the lowest of low, you must fulfill God's duty. That's one bullet point. I didn't even know there was any bullet points. I'm just freestyling this as we go. I was in the bathroom and God told me to do a video and step through the door and answer it, because this is the last time the door will be open. It's getting closed forever. And I've been doing my part left and right, but there's sometimes I feel like, have I? Sound like someone was banging on my door. What the fuck is that? Oh, somebody upstairs, I guess, closing the door hard. So yeah, that door was closing forever. So I'm at times I'm like, did I hesitate? Did I miss a sign from God? And so I'm just being super proactive to make sure that I don't miss my calling, because I've accelerated so much from last year. It's like it can only be the hand of God that is responsible for my journey and for my growth, my rapid growth. Yeah. I'll layer them. I got a different, I don't need to explain nothing, but the raw papers, I got the hemp versions versus the black versions. So the paper's a little more thinner, so I got to take the actual raw joints. I got like a pack of 500 small ones my boy gave me a while ago. And these organic hemp raw papers. So I find at times they rip easy, so I just layer them to make sure we got enough girth and strength to do what we got to do. I put this little red straw in there as well. You know, some some roll-ups have the straw in it, so I use that to actually keep the joint cylindrical. So I'm teaching you guys a little something, something. It looks like that. So you put the little straw in the paper like this, bada bings. You know what I'm saying? And then you put your mouthpiece right here, showing you how to roll a J on the show, no filter, right? And what I like to do, what about the females and stuff? Hey, just test the women out, the love of your life, and make sure that she is about what you're about. You know what I mean? It doesn't. Opposites do attract here, okay? This is not about a love reading per se, but it's like, if you know it's your soulmate, I believe Brittany said it last night the best. Brittany, the cosmic wife, you follow her. If that person is truly meant for you, then there shouldn't be any there shouldn't be any doubt about it. You shouldn't feel unsure about it. There should be like a telepathic bond between you two. It's like that person should know how you're feeling, what you need, and vice versa. And if you don't have like a kinetic or a telepathic bond like that, or an intuitive bond like that, then that's one indication that that is not for you. I'm looking at some women now and I'm like, okay, well, do they match to Bastet? Bastet has everything. She's sexy, fucking. She got her head on her shoulders. She got her own business. She can intuitively decipher the spirit realm and help people understand what they're going through. And she's independent. There's so much thing, and I may be repeating it. And her childlike spirit's still alive, which is crucial. All of us, I believe, should keep our childlike spirit alive, because if not, then we're killing our creation part. We're killing our creation within us. If you get to a certain point in life and like, okay, I'm 30 or I'm 25 years old, I better get serious and I better not think or ever laugh again about anything childish. And then you just are a walking robot that's just like no emotions. You just jump when someone says jump. And that's your fountain of youth right there, is your inner child. And drinking water and so forth. There's a lot of elements that contribute to the fountain of youth. So I highly recommend you we all keep our inner child spirit alive, so we can continue creating, which is our purpose. It's to procreate, take care of this planet so the planet can take care of us, and then we rinse and repeat. We take care of Mother, Tiamat, and Mother will take care of us. Look out your windows right now if you have that opportunity to look outside your window and see how beautiful life is. It's the little things in life. And then if you don't even believe in God, I believe you just need to look out the window and then you can see the proof of God. And you can also see the proof of the devil's work as well. God is about light and love and happiness, and the devil is about the opposite. And there's no such thing as good and bad energies. Both of these energies coincide. They coexist. That's just how this planet, and I believe how life is meant. It's just good, bad. It's their forces that coexist, and I believe it's just a game of balancing. There's really a game of balancing out through the cosmos. Which force is going to dominate? Which force is going to dominate the other one, or are they going to be balanced? Right. So I believe that is the mission in life. Period. Then I pull out my funnel and I put a little bit in here. A little bit, huh? Yeah, I'm an ex-cigarette smoker, so I guess I just like the punch still, even though I don't really smoke backwards like that. But I got my funnel, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Zohar, ancient history, the truth about time-traveling humans from the future, the DIA, something. So yeah, you know what I mean? I hope you guys also, I'm bouncing around a little bit, so don't mind my ADHD, whatever you want to call it. I'm just call it dimensional time traveling. I don't even know. I'm still getting up, forgive me. Okay. I hope you enjoyed my behind the scenes snippet last night. There's going to be a lot more coming, but a lot of people say you should document your journey, which I believe I do every day. But when they said it like this, behind the scenes. I was like, you know what, I like that. So it makes me feel like I'm George Lucas or like Michael Bay or any of these James Cameron, all these movie producers talking about, hey man, this is how it felt when I made Terminator. Or what's his name? The guy that made The Thing. I forgot. James Cameron, did he make The Thing? Or They Live? John Carpenter. I think John Carpenter made The Thing and They Live. But I feel like a movie producer, you know what I mean? But I know I'm an artist, but it just feels weird just to see the results and the people are actually interested in what I do and what products I use and what keeps my body glowing. You know what I mean? It's just the same shit that I would look at celebrities and I'll be curious. Oh, I wonder how such and such does this. I wonder what car they drive. Or before MTV Cribs came out, we were curious on how these artists lived after the camera went off. And so I've always been a Real World fan on MTV when that first came out in the early 90s. When we were in Turkey, my older brother sent us, or when we came back from Turkey in 94, my older brother was home holding down the fort, taking care of my mom, Mama Dukes and all that shit. Since she had multiple sclerosis, so my older brother was the man doing what he had to do while my dad had to travel overseas and take care of his Jason Bourne duties and yada yada. So we went out there with my dad, my mom was here, my brother, from 91 till 94. And when we came back from Turkey, which Turkey was a hell of an adventure, different experience. I'm glad I got well-rounded culture, because my dad said, you're going to appreciate leaving Turkey. I know you have your friends here in the United States. I was going to a Christian school at the time, and that's when I learned about being a pen pal. When I left overseas, I was writing letters to my friends and girlfriends, yada yada. And that was our first form of communication. So it was good times, good experience, and I do appreciate, like my dad said, but I didn't appreciate the time. But years later, the things he told me, the smarter he became. I forgot the expression. The smarter I become, the older you get, right? Meaning like your parents will tell you a lot of things, or if you don't have a parent or some elder will tell you something that may not make sense to you currently. But the more experience you gain, then that nugget of advice makes so much more sense when you get more experience, and then you see that nugget of truth fit into the grand picture of life, because that person already experienced what you may go through or may not ever go through. So it's kind of like a deterrent. It's like, okay, I'll tell you this, if you go down this path, this may help you, a little gym. And if you don't go down this path, then let me tell you another gym that may help you out on this path. That's a person that's well-rounded, that's been on both sides of the spectrum, or all three sides of the spectrum. Some people can be neutral, some people can be right, some people can be left. Some people can be all of them. So it just depends on what frequencies that you want to align to the most. I kind of almost lost that download. Where were we getting with that? Oh, yeah, I think we're talking about the behind the scenes, Michael Bay and so forth, and it just feels good to actually be behind the scenes and be able to show you guys what it is. I think so. But it'll come back to me if it was something that important. But I want everybody to know that everything is possible. I'm just looking at my notifications. Anything is possible as long as you stay consistent and find out what you want in life. A lot of people don't know what they want in life, so they feel like, hey, that person's successful, or they look successful. So, are you gonna finish showing us how to roll a J? Okay, see, I got the funnel in there, right? Bada bing with the straw. Then I'm gonna put some bud in there. I put some bud, just like a layer, it's like a tiramisu. I'm saying that right. I'm gonna put the funnel at the bottom for the foundation. Put some weed in the middle, and then I sprinkle a little bit more funnel on, and I mix that bitch up, and then she hits like a champion. Gives you that good old Grand Riser punch. Like I know there's a lot of coffee drinkers out here. I'm not one of those, but you know how it is when you get your Starbucks in the morning or whatever you drink, your own organic tea. My neighbor has some organic tea over there, or coffee, and that shit was dank. I was like, okay. Didn't have that heavy filtered taste. It just went smooth. It was like drinking water. He's like, yeah, it's just organic. I was like, okay. So you learn a little something new every day. All right. So I'm about to bing, bought to boom. Yeah, so it was like that for me with the Japes. I almost lost my download again as well. I was like, okay, where am I going with this? He's literally body's like, oh, we can use some extra rest. But God said to step through that door before it gets closed forever, and to help your collective, and to let the collective know that we have a new world we just ushered in now. The vibrations, the frequencies out there, you can feel it. If you know, you know. And we battled Palpatine for a millennia, if not longer, and we finally got Palpatine out the way. All of the systems that they stole from us and technology that they tried to MacGyver up is not the real thing. It's plagiarism to the best. That's the best way I can describe it. Is they stole our technology when they conquered us in 1492, and they just mimic it. A lot of that stuff they don't even know how to use because they need our frequencies and so forth. I know I may be bouncing around a lot, but if you know, you know. And so they're just mimickers. They're carbon copies, like a lot of these Masons are. They're not real Masons. They're fraud. We're the real Masons, okay? It takes thousands of years for them to summon and do these witchcrafting, magic spells, whatever, however you want to define it. It takes them thousands of years and thousands of vessels for them to try to conjure up a little bit of the power that we have just stored in our pinky alone. Like, we dominate them in every aspect. That's why they're scared of us when we get on this frequency of truth, because their systems that they build off of our knowledge can't contain the energy within us. Like, we're just a foreign object on their scales. Like, what is this? We can't control this. We can't contain this. And it just shatters their whole system. We call that a glitch in the matrix. And me and a lot of us been glitching the matrix out. My phone recently, and forever really, it malfunctions a lot when I'm walking outside or in different rooms. Lights be flickering because our power is... We carry something special. That Dragon Ball Z seed. We turn in Super Saiyan and shit. That's what we all got within all of us once you realize you have that in there. And then it activates, okay? We're walking machines, literally. There's just a vessel carrying our soul until we get transferred to our next mission, because we're infinite. Oh, look at the wind out there. I like the confirmation breeze. So, like, that's why I highly recommend find out who you are, so you can activate your gems within inside. Then everything else will be so clear and comical to a degree, because you see how to operate in the world. Versus if you don't know who you are, a lot of us just see and hear and get motivated and gravitated towards the distractions. Distractions are just made to keep you from not knowing who you are. We're 22 minutes in, so I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but this is a good download. So that's all distractions are. It's just like, okay, well, we'll make sure they don't know that they're chosen. All right, look at this porno, look at this rock group. Hey, go to a concert. Hey, buy some food. Hey, go to Instagram and just scroll. So just be on social media all day and work until you don't have enough energy to figure out anything else, to do anything else besides get back up, because we have fear frequencies inside of you, and you know you have bills to pay, so you don't have much time for anything else outside of the routine that we already set up for you to be fearful and always jumping to get that dollar and chase your dreams. That's what distractions are, and all this fiat fake money stuff is. They're basically having you chase outside of yourself the whole time you're here in this life experience. Look for a God that's outside of yourself. You need an answer, you got to go to church. You need some help, you got to talk to a therapist. You don't know what to do, just talk to the government. You don't know how to spend your money, talk to this person. You don't know how to do your taxes, talk to this person. There's just so many things that to push you away when we all have the answers within. If we go within and ask questions and just get rid of the distractions, then Source will tell us everything we need to know. That's why a lot of people get mad at me. You think you know it all, don't you? And literally, I tell them I don't know shit until God tells me. But then, at the same token, when they say, you think you know it all, I confidently say, yes, I do when I'm with God. God has every answer. A lot of stuff I don't even know how I got the answer because it's not written. I don't need no certifications to prove to you or anybody that I know what I know. Once you're in tune and once you're God, well, we're all gods. But once you realize that realization, then God will give you the revelation of everything you need to know when you need to know it. You ask, you shall find. You seek, you shall ask. You ask, you shall receive. And if you seek, you shall find. All right. That's the time we on. That's some stanky shit. What's that called? Tropicana cherries Yeah, Tropicana. I don't know why my TV just went off like that. Oh, I was listening to meditative music and then an ad came on. That's what it was. It's when I go to bed at night, I listen to like 432 hertz or the what is this called? The bell frequencies. I forgot what it's called. Boom. The bell frequencies. I forgot what it is. I was listening to that last night. That shit put me out. I said last night, but it was early this AM. All right, but either or. Once you realize, thank you, Spirit Team, who you are and how special you are, then the codes within you will activate and God will guide you through whatever path that needs to be, that needs guidance, that needs assistance. God and God's staff of angels will be there with you at all times. Hence, God says, if you walk through the shadow, God says, if you walk through the valley of death, you shall fear no evil because God is with you. I'm not a scholar by far, but basically God's staff and rod will guide you, and God will prepare a table in front of your enemies, so forth. You have nothing to fear since God's here. All right, I know I butchered that up a little bit. Though I walk through the valley, even though I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, because God has his staff and rods here, prepares a table in front of the enemies, so forth. You get what I'm saying? So as long as you got God walking in the pitch blackness, you good. You're guided by the Creator. The Creator created lightness and darkness, so you should be totally comfortable with that tour guide. That tour guide's the one that made the tour even possible. Okay, so be with the one that made everything, not the one that was salty that he thought he should have been in God's position, and then God cast him out, and then the devil reigns here on this tangible plane. So he's the God on this plane because he has the tangible evidence for a lot of people. But God's God everywhere, but I'm just breaking it down to layman's terms of how this works and why we have ushered in a new world, because we got rid of the devil. The devil 6,000 years. The devil lies within all of us, but the frequency of the devil has been mainly eradicated. And now the high frequencies are coming back in. The veil has been lifted. So now we're getting a lot more downloads from our ancestors and so forth, the way it was supposed to be. This planet used to have 2 suns until they pushed it away in 1492 with their sub-zero technology, yada yadas. If you want to know more in depth about our, forgive me, I drank that water too fast, about our origin story, I would highly recommend you look up on all platforms Rashad Jamal. He will be coming home soon. Peace, God. I love you. Can't wait till you get home. And if I can help in any way when my joint manifests, I'll buy your bond. You already know that. Or follow Remember Who We Are on TikTok. Beautiful ebony goddess. All goddesses. They're all goddesses, okay? Look her up. Origin story. Look up. Damn it. Even though he's jumping more on board, I think he's just showing calls like, hey man, I'm here too. I like you guys. Look up Nashira. Okay, he's getting on board. Okay, he may have always been on board, but now he's on aliens and the Anunnaki. So that's cool. Bet. I don't need to go backwards. We're on this frequency now. I love the brother. Bada bing. Follow him for origin stories, new breed, everybody, okay? Just follow people. I've already recommended you who to follow. If you're interested on who you are, then do the proper research. You're not going to find it on Wikipedia. You're not going to find it on Google, okay? The people that want to keep you lost is not going to have this information on the internet for you to find it easily. That means you got to do your due diligence research. A lot of people like to call that jumping through the rabbit holes, okay? So you don't have to jump through some rabbit holes if you're really compelled to figure out who you are. All right, find out about the Moors, the Watchers, all that good, the Sumerian tablets. Find it out. Know the origins of everything so you won't be lied to. I love every one of you. If God's calling you, walk through that door. Don't hesitate. You will highly regret if you do hesitate. Just look at your current surroundings. Are you happy with your current surroundings? And if you are, bravo to you. But if you're not, and you feel a compelling feeling within your gut that you have the power and the need to change something to get your spirit balanced so you can feel happy again and not feel out of balance and your body's in dis-ease because your frequencies are not vibrating properly because there's something that's keeping you out of sync and out of alignment, figure out what those elements are, get those corrected, remove all toxic people, all toxic things, habits away from you, become clear, and then your aura will be restored, hopefully. And then from there, you'll be guided to your next position, your next step, because life is nothing but a grand video game. And then once you get connected, then certain items will be highlighted up. Oh, walk over here. You walk over there, then all of a sudden another puzzle piece will be revealed. And then everything will start making sense. And then you start having fun with you. I was like, oh my God, I'm the conductor of my own reality with God's source, which is in us all. I can just Pinocchio this whole thing. I can just string up everything once I'm in line and I know what it is and I know everything's vibration and frequencies. Then I just got to match with that frequency to obtain or to attract that so-called desired item or thing or person. I love you. I think that should be it for that download. Stay tuned for more behind the scenes of how No Filter runs and how we operate after the camera's off, and some of our routines we do in the AMs and then throughout the day to keep our spirit right, and how we set our intentions and how we manifest. Until next time, like my boy likes to say, take care.